Hey JP, welcome back to Papster at Your Place. We are grateful to have you join us again.
Thanks, Karen.
Awesome. Hey, last week we mainly talked about what is coming into our household, I guess, as far as money is concerned during COVID-19. But today we want to talk a bit more about spending and saving. So what could that look like in this season?
Yeah, look, well, I think it is a good time to be saving if we possibly can, but I think we need to be realistic about that. It's going to depend on each person's individual circumstances. But yeah, as far as budgeting goes, it's always a good time to do a budget, especially now. And to effectively do a budget, perhaps as a starting point, grab some budgets and review, what you've spent your money on from one pay cycle to the next. Often that's because, we discover, I've spent quite a bit on coffees out or on McDonald's or whatever it might be, and just sort of making changes there, having more coffees at home can sometimes have an impact. So those sorts of things. And then the difficult thing is sticking to it. And that's that you've got to give the budget some teeth. And if you're not going to stick to it, there's no point.
And often it's those lots of little things that add up, to make a big difference. And we think they don't matter, but they end up.
Yeah, they all add up.
Yeah. So what kind of things can we do to rethink our spending?
Yeah, look, well, I think, at the moment we're not eating out, so that's a big plus. But things like subscriptions, again, if you review the bank statements and, there's a gym membership and perhaps you'd never go, or, you might have a subscription to Netflix and Apple TV and Sky, and perhaps you can do without those or just have one of them. And utilities, perhaps shop around a bit. Sometimes you can put a money by moving providers, internet or electricity or your mobile phones, seeing if there's a better deal out there. And often you can save $20, $30, $40. It may not sound like a lot, but again, it all adds up, and it's that cumulative effect.
Absolutely. And now's the time where a lot of us have got a little bit of extra time. So it's good to look at those sorts of things, anyway. What about if people do lose their jobs and businesses go under?
Yeah, look, I think inevitably that will happen, and it's already happening. And I think it's important to keep perspective. We live in a country that I believe produces 8 times more food than we can consume.
Wow.
If you look at places like South Africa, they don't have social welfare or any safety nets. Focusing on or working on the things we can control and worrying about the things we can't. I think the hard times also, the times it's good to lean into God and remember the verse about Him caring for the sparrow and, knowing the number of hairs on our head. So that's not difficult in my case.
It's good.
Just have confidence in that, I think, and try and help others where we can.
Yeah, great advice. Hey, thanks, JP. This has been awesome. We are incredibly grateful for your wisdom. And I guess perhaps let's remember just to save where we can, to spend wisely, to remember that God's got us in and through all of this. And most importantly, to be there for each other, because I think this is a season where we're really going to need each other. So let's make sure that we do that more. And thanks, JP.
You're welcome.
Awesome.